I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in dApp. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future, and you are going to be grounded in the past. I want to thank first of all to all my team and the entire people here making this possible for us as a team together. Any one of you will find its own place, if not in our courses, rather in bringing their imagination to life by just prompting in dApp. Because as I said, now everyone and everybody, from kids to elders, from those who have the skills to those who they don't have the skills, are able to develop software. If you're not stepping now, you're not stepping into the future, and you are going to be grounded in the past.
Hello and welcome to another Thursday night with the dev team. Tonight I have Danny and Robert with me. How are you guys?
Hello, Adam. Hello,
Hello,
Danny.
everybody.
How are you
Guys, tonight
guys?
we have a really exciting show tonight because Danny's going to walk us through a really great launch, something new and exciting. He's going to make it more simplified and easier to understand than I initially thought. It's something that a lot of people know a little bit about, but Danny will walk us through a setup for it tonight, and it'll be something that will be very useful, I think, in the future. In the next few years, I think it will be everywhere. Is that right, Danny?
I think so, yeah.
So why don't you tell us about what we're going to be working on tonight?
Well, again, I'm glad to be here with all of you tonight, guys. It's always a pleasure to be here, and especially when I have this huge opportunity of presenting you this feature that is the closest one to my heart, I can say. So tonight we are talking about blockchain development inside Biela.dev. So we've been working on this feature for quite some time now, and again, I'm happy to say that today is finally the date that it becomes public and it becomes available for absolutely everybody. So in this live stream, we are
Nice.
going to go over this feature. We're going to see how to build blockchain apps, how to test them out, and how to deploy them, how to publish them, so everybody can interact with your apps.
Amazing. And tell
Amazing.
us
Yeah.
just a little bit about blockchain and why we use it different than other sorts of features built into apps that we would use.
Sure. So let's start with a very simple high overview of what a blockchain is, how does it work, and what do we mean by a blockchain app. So a blockchain is a network of, let's say, computers distributed all over the world that talk to each other directly. So there is no one single source of truth, but each individual computer keeps track of all the transactions, all the token transfers, and everything that happens in the network. So it's a distributed ledger of transactions. On this blockchain, we can deploy pieces of code, or at least let's say programs or smart contracts, as you might know them. Their main point is to run some code that we can first verify and we can trust. Because there is no single source of truth, nobody can modify or alter those contracts. So if Adam and Robert decide on some specific terms or a specific functionality, they can write up a smart contract, publish it on the blockchain, and use it, and they are guaranteed to use the same functionality and to respect all their agreed upon terms. So it's just a fancy network that can run some code in a trusted environment. That's the keyword. And this is what we're going to do at Biela. And further on, when we are talking about blockchain development on Biela, we are talking about projects that implement smart contracts. Because if you're doing a crypto portfolio tracker or a blog about Bitcoin, this is not really a blockchain project. It's a project about blockchain. So that's the main difference I want you guys to get. And for example, to develop a blockchain app using Biela, you can think of custom tokens. Let's say you create your own token with a specific functionality, a staking platform, an exchange, centralized or decentralized exchange. So think of any app you're using in the crypto space right now, and from now on, you are going to be able to create the same specific app using Biela just by prompting.
That's amazing.
Before, how long did something like that take? Before we have Biela helping us out here.
I cannot tell you the entire time to develop, but let's take it even further. Imagine that for setting up the project, setting up a private local blockchain, setting up a wallet, getting the gas funds, and just the initial setup, for a beginner, I would say that the time it took before was at least 2 or 3 hours because it's a pretty complex thing for the first time you do it. And in Biela, you do the entire project, so the setup and the entire project in 5 minutes. So from hours to minutes.
Fantastic,
Wow,
amazing
that's
stuff.
amazing. We should specify that we are not launching any kind of token or something like this, right, Danny?
Yeah, exactly. So there is no official uh, token supported
Yeah,
by us or backed by us.
no, no,
If you guys are contacted by someone, or you see any type of token, it's a scam. Don't try to buy it. We didn't launch anything official. The only blockchain launch we are doing is the feature of blockchain development inside Biela.dev. So you can use Biela to launch projects, smart contracts, but there is no token from our project.
no token, no coins, nothing, nothing like
Exactly.
that.
Just to make sure that everybody's on the same page and we don't have any sad incidents, let's say. Let's call it
Thank
that.
you for covering our legal aspect of this
Yeah.
show tonight. Thank you, Robert.
It's important because the people maybe can be confused, and we need to clarify all this before someone is coming and trying to scam everybody.
Yeah,
Fair.
exactly.
Because these days it's like this, unfortunately.
So, guys, I think we can get right into it.
Why not? Please go ahead.
Just give me a second, I'll share my screen and we are going to start. Okay, so as always, the most important thing in a project is the first prompt you send. So the more clearer and the better structured it is, the better result you're going to get. But for even for blockchain projects, BLI as always can handle even simplistic prompts. And tonight we are going to build a token, a very simple token. Again, it's not endorsed by us, but we are just going to give it a demo, give it a try. So this is not an official token. This is just a demo development project. Okay. So the idea behind the token is that if you do not transfer it from your wallet for more than 24 hours, it will get burned. So it's a funny, silly game that you can play with your friends or with anybody else, so that everybody keeps transferring the tokens from one another, not to not get all their assets burned. So it's a very simple thing, pretty silly, but its point is to demonstrate the capabilities of BLM. So the prompt I'm going to use is, let's develop a token called hot potato. And we'll say that the token gets burnt if it doesn't move from one wallet to another in 24 hours. For 24. And that's it. Right now, based on this prompt, Biela will understand that we are talking about a blockchain project which includes smart contracts, and it will activate the blockchain functionality under the scenes. So you don't have to worry
So
about
you don't need to press any button or switch anything, right?
Exactly.
You just have to say natural language, what do you want?
Exactly. As always, just describe your idea to Biela. You don't have to select anything. Just describe your idea, as I said, as you always have to do, and send it right over. So I'm just going to select Claude 4.7 because that's my favorite model right now, and we'll get started.
Amazing.
So
Yes,
here
one
we're
thing I
creating a token that actually doesn't exist. Yes, it's called, and you've called this token hot potato token. Hot potato.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a brand new token that it doesn't exist, that is not endorsed by us, guys. It's just a simple example of a test to see how we create a basic token from 0 to 1 in just a few minutes using Biela. One thing I want to mention here is that you don't need any type of experience. As you can see in my prompt, we didn't use fancy words, we didn't use technical terms from the blockchain area. We just describe our token and its functionality or any type of blockchain platform you want to create. And to take it even further than that, you can be a complete beginner. You don't need to know anything about crypto. You don't need a crypto wallet, and you do not need to spend any kind of tokens for the gas field because Biela takes care of everything for you.
Amazing.
That's amazing. Yes, it's so cool, this part, because how you say it, no need coding behind, no need knowledge behind. So just with a normal simple prompt you can create such an amazing thing like a token. So
Yeah, and the thing is that, as I told you guys, you can push it a lot further than a simple token.
okay,
I'm sure all of you know Pump.fun, which, if you don't, is a platform from the crypto space, maybe one of the most important platforms over the last few years, that generated a revenue of over 1 billion US dollars. Yes, 1 billion US dollars generated by this platform. And how did they do it? Well, Pump.fun is a platform where people can go and create meme coins. You create a meme coin, people start buying and selling it, and that's the most important functionality of the platform. So if we have enough time, I might show you at the end of the live stream an app that mimics Pump.fun and replicates all its core functionalities generated by BLA. So imagine that using BLA, around 15 minutes, 10 US dollars, and 5 prompts, I've managed to create an MVP and a replica of a platform that generated a revenue of $1 billion. Just imagine
Wow.
how crazy that sounds.
I want to see that later.
I want to develop 5 of those.
Yeah,
I don't want just a billion. I want 5 billion.
sounds about right. The thing is that, guys, from now on, the technical barrier, the technical entry barrier is absolutely crushed by BLA, because if you have a good idea, you can get a simple MVP or a more complex product in a day or in a weekend. And with that one, you can validate your idea, you can present it to an investor or a partner. So you just need a good idea to present it to the right people and start working on it.
I'm imagining the Atom coin as we speak.
Yeah, as you should.
We can do it also if we will have time enough. Your own coin, Adam.
Yes,
Yeah,
you know, Adam was the first man, and it will be the first coin. Why not?
True.
I agree with that. In the meantime, let's also check a few comments, because I see we have a few comments on the live stream on YouTube. So Kitty says, hi everyone. Hello Kitty, nice to see you right here. As always, glad you're part of the close BLA family, and it's always a pleasure seeing you around. We also have Ricardo in the chat. Hello Ricardo, as always. Again, of course, a pleasure.
Thank
We
you.
have one wow in the chat, so happy to see that you guys are impressed and you like the idea of the blockchain feature. I'm really curious to see what you are going to develop and how the blockchain projects will turn out.
I think they're impressed with the Atom coin, and if we can get everyone to agree on the Atom coin, I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, your 5 billion are very close to you. Adam, we have another question for you from Jay Ronsley.
Adam, I got stuck on a project where is best to get help, please? I'm like a blind man crossing a busy road without help. That's a great question, right, JR. We have a lot of places where you can find help. Probably one of the best places to get help from the devs is our Discord group, and that is available. We'll have a link for that at the end. But that way you have access to some of our devs live. So that's a great option. The other place is our Telegram group, which you can find on the main page as well. Those two groups are probably the best places where you can access real live help. So now you're dealing with people that you can speak to one-on-one. These are developers that can help you with questions on projects that you're working on. And I personally use them a lot. If anybody told me you have access to a live developer, the Discord and the Telegram group are probably my two favorite places to find help when I get stuck. So great question, JR.
And also, I'm one of the support team, so I'm on the Discord almost every day. Okay, on free voice channel, so you can join and you can we can talk about your project and let's see what's happening there.
Look, it says it here's.
We have Kyle right here. Yeah, the team are so fast to help and the free call. So I saw Kyle a few times in the Discord with Robert, and I heard there was a very good feedback from both of them. So yeah, make sure to use this resource, because not many companies or not many platforms provide something like this. We have free one-to-one support on Discord. So you just join a call with one of our developers, or most of the time with Robert, and he will help and will sort out everything and any issue you might encounter.
It's something that you don't get from those very large enterprise corporations. I mean, look at us. We're on our way to becoming a large enterprise corporation, and we still have access to people one-on-one. I don't know where you'll find that, right? You're very welcome, Jared.
I mean, I never had that experience in any. I think in any of my platform that I'm using, for example. Just maybe a bot, or maybe they are answering to you in 1, 2, 3 business days.
Exactly, right, exactly. And most of the time it's very general information. It comes back to you in a way that doesn't pertain particularly to your project that you're working on. So that live option is a great feature that Biela offers, right? And I think if you have the opportunity, if you need the help, that's probably the savior. It'll help you in so many ways, not just in being able to work on a project. Once you have a developer with you, don't forget, you start bouncing ideas off them. What do you think about this? And what if I did this, right? That's great stuff that you're able to get through a live person. I love that about Biela. It's something that, like Robert said, you don't find that in many platforms you're using. And like I said, if you think about it, which platforms these days that we use regularly, and the big ones, the ones that we're all using every day, nobody has live operator app.
Not just big ones, small ones also, Adam. I think, in my opinion, there is no such a thing like what we are doing. This kind of support normally
fantastic,
is not
right? Fantastic, yeah. No, I'm like I said, I'm a big fan, and anytime I find I need to access help, that's where you'll find me as well. So it's a brilliant solution, and I think if you're working with Biela, and if you're not working with Biela, that's one of the prime reasons right there. If you're thinking about working with Biela, there's a reason right there. There's a million reasons, but being able to access live one-on-one help, super option, right? I love that. So Danny, what's going on here? What are we looking at here?
Guys, I think all of you are already familiar with this view. So this is Biela generating. I sent the prompt to Biela, and it's now processing my request and creating all of the files from our project.
Because it's almost done. It's done, I think, right? Because
it might be.
Or it made the markdown.
Yeah, it might start the verification phase as well, but let's see how it goes. And just one more clarification about the previous point that Adam had. To find out all our socials, including our Discord server and the Telegram group, just go to our landing page, biela.dev, or check out the affiliate panel, because right there you will find all our links.
And that's something worth mentioning, that we do have an affiliate group here with Biela. I mean, if you like Biela, and if you really want to share Biela, and if you want a way to let people see what Biela can do and help people in a way, that affiliate group is a great way to start. It allows you to pass on what you learn and what you like about Biela, and join an active family. I mean, I consider that affiliate group like a family. We talk together, we meet once a week, we talk about the new things that are coming. If you're thinking about becoming an affiliate, from the homepage, there is the option to join our affiliate program, right? And if you have the opportunity just to sort of step in and look at it, it's a great opportunity to become part of an active and live organization.
And we actually have two affiliate calls each week, if I'm not mistaken. I think there is one Monday evening and one on Wednesday morning or at around noon. So just go to the affiliate dashboard and you will see a calendar with all our calls and enroll for the next one. Check all the resources there and just go over everything, because there is a lot of value in this program. Because Again, I don't know any other platform that gives you the opportunity to earn a percentage that big on such a big project with no other condition.
It's that simple. It really is that simple. You like it, you love it, you share it. Why not make why not share it and then take advantage of some of the things that you have as part of that program, right? And part of that is the ability to share a percentage in what you're doing. So why not? It's absolutely fantastic in that sense.
Okay, so now BLI is doing a few post-generation fixes, as you can see, and this means that we are pretty close to the final product. Not actually the final product, of course, but we can see the first version of our app generated just from one prompt. Usually, you guys have to get used to the idea that maybe one prompt is not always enough, so you cannot just put a coin. Don't treat AI like a vending machine. Don't just put a coin in, take the output, and go home. That's it. Bye bye. You can always polish and work on your project. So your final project always depends on how far you want to take it.
Seems like
Absolutely.
magic, but it's not, right, Danny? You need to work a little bit on it.
It's true. I mean, how many times do we get that output and we take it away and run off with it and let's start using it? In fact, it's like anything you do. It's never going to be perfect as the way you envisioned it from the very first try. You are going to make tweaks, you are going to make customizations to it so it fits you exactly the way you envisioned it the first time, right? And one prompt in most cases isn't going to be enough. So be prepared that you might need to make one or two tweaks here to make it work the way that you envisioned it from the beginning, right?
Yeah, and just before we step out to the preview and check out our app because that's ready, it all depends on your prompt. Of course, your first prompt and your prompting technique is so important. So to improve that, also check out Teach Me Code's latest AI prompting course that is also included in your affiliate programs. So we already created a course because we don't only want to provide you with the best software generation tool such as Biela there is, but we also want to educate and improve the quality and experience of all our users and members of this big family. We want to help you get better at prompting and use the most potential out of these tools. So if you
Exactly.
already have an affiliate package, you have access to some Teach Me Code courses. If not, you can check out our website teachmecode.ae and check out all the available recorded courses.
Of course,
Now,
teachmecode.ae is our sister company. It's the company that we started with together, and you can see the little right above me here, above most of the guys. Teach Me
Yeah.
Code, teachmecode.ae, and you'll find a lot of really good courses. One of the most important ones Danny mentioned there is that prompt engineering course. Great course for anybody who's thinking about doing any sort of work in Biella at a very serious level. Danny, take it away.
exactly. So, guys, let's check out this beauty. The first signs that you will see on a blockchain project, what I've been telling you about in the beginning, are two small changes in Biela's interface. We have a new tab right here called Chain Explorer and a button called Deploy Contracts that we'll go over in just a bit. But first, let's go over our project and check out the design and how it looks. So we have the hot potato token, don't hold too long. You have a button to buy it, read the rules, and so on. You can see all the functionality as I told you that you receive the tokens, the clock starts, and after 24 hours of inactivity, your tokens get burned. And you can see, oh, I love this animation. I actually love this animation. And I actually love all the design here. I'm proud of what Biela could do from just one prompt. And we can also see the tokenomics page. So we can see that the initial supply and the current supply are 1 million each. We can see this nice animation as I move the cursor along the card. You can see it's squiggly and wobbly, let's say. And okay, some more information. But the most important part is the dashboard. Right here, you can manage your tokens. And for most tokens, Biela will create a dashboard with a few custom functionalities, such as minting tokens, sending tokens, batch burn. This is specific to our token. And usually we have a burn button, but I see that we do not have it right now. So let's test out our token. First, let me just quickly copy an address. Give me 1 second so I copy one of my wallets, testing wallets addresses, so we can test out the transfer function. I can add a recipient address and an amount. Let's say we want to transfer 1 token. So at the moment, we have 1 million tokens in our address. Just pressing on send will actually send that token to the recipient. So in the tracked wallets, we can now see the deployer wallet, the one that I'm connected with right now, with a balance of under 1 million, and the new token, the new wallet with a 1 token balance. One thing that I want to point out is that you guys saw that I didn't sign anything. I didn't use my MetaMask to connect to this deployer wallet. Why is that? Well, because for each project that you're working on inside Biela, inside the platform, Biela actually spins up a private local blockchain just for you and your project. So each project comes with its own private blockchain.
Oh,
What does
that's
this mean? Well, it means full on privacy for you. Nobody, not even the Biela team, is able to see your transactions. Nobody can track your wallets, nobody can see all your activity. So you can test out and work on whatever you want until you're ready to publish your app. So this is a great privacy, extra privacy, and locally owned data, let's say, while you're testing. Even more than that, Biela creates the local node, then generates a wallet and funds it. So Biela can handle all the wallet activity on the projects inside the platform, let's say. So that's why I don't have to connect my wallet. Biela already connected a wallet which has funds, signed all the transactions with it. So everything is very straightforward. You just ask for the token or your project, and under the scenes, Biela handles everything for you. But again, if I have a private blockchain, how could I check the transactions? Because I cannot just go to Etherscan, let's say, because Etherscan doesn't have access to your transactions. Well, now we are coming back to the tab I was talking about. We implemented a private chain explorer just for you and all your projects. So going to this tab next to the Content Studio, we have Chain Explorer. Right here, you will see all your previous transactions. From the first one, the deployment transaction, where we minted 1 million tokens, and we can see all the contract events and so on, even to our transfer function. So we can see that the deployer wallet transferred 1 token to this address. This is how you interact with your project just by pressing the buttons without signing anything. And using Chain Explorer, we can check out all the transactions, double check them, and make sure that everything works properly inside your app. So what do you think about that, guys?
it's so.
I think I'm ready for the Atom coin, the Atom token. I think we're there.
Yeah, we were never more ready than today. So
And what about the deployment, Danny? What's new there, or
of course,
just a
So-
little?
guys, we generated the project. Yes, we started with a simple idea of a token that gets burnt if it doesn't move for 24 hours straight. We generated the project, and then we tested our transactions and we tested our project. Everything looks good. You already saw how beautiful this website is, and the dashboard. In the dashboard, we tested the transfer function and it worked all right. We checked it on the Chain Explorer. Now we are ready to deploy and to publish our website. You might hear us say deploy a lot, but this is just a fancy word for publishing. We just make this project available and public for everybody.
For everybody,
If
right?
you use Biela, and I'm sure you've done it, I think you're already familiar with the deploy button. This is the button that publishes your usual Biela website. But if we press it, oh no, we can see an error. No smart contracts deployment found. Cannot deploy the project, first deploy the contracts.
So there is no way to make any mistake.
Exactly. Because for your project to be able to connect to your tokens and your smart contracts, you need them first deployed. You need the contracts deployed on the blockchain. So just press on deploy contracts. And now we can see a few steps. Our first step is to choose your network. And right here, I can point out a big difference between them. We have one Sepolia testnet and a few mainnet chains.
And what's the difference between them? For example, I don't know. You can explain it to me, please?
Yes, of course. So the difference between a testnet and the mainnet is that a testnet is a copy of a blockchain. It has the same functionality, but all of its assets, all the assets on inside that chain are completely worthless, let's say. They don't have any real monetary value. So Sepolia is a clone of Ethereum, a copy, one-to-one copy in functionality, but the Ethereum token on Sepolia is worthless. While on Ethereum mainnet, on the big, let's say, real and live chain, Sepolia is around $2,000, something like that. So a mainnet has real monetary value. A testnet is just for testing and playing around with no monetary value.
Like a little sandbox or something like this for development
Exactly.
environment. And okay.
Yeah, so we can call
It's
it something similar.
firing, so no mistakes, right? No $2,000 mistakes.
Exactly, yeah. So first,
That's
what
interesting.
I recommend you guys is always deploy on Sepolia first. Just test out your app, make sure it's all right. You can send it to your friends to test it out as well. And once you're ready and everything seems to work properly, you switch up to a mainnet. If you want to deploy onto a mainnet such as Ethereum, you will see that you have to connect your wallet. But we are not going to do that right now. So let's move to Sepolia. Oh, and did you catch that? In step 2, connect your wallet, we already have a connected wallet. That's because, under the scenes, again, Biela generated a completely new wallet just for me, just for my username and for my account, and funded that wallet with real Sepolia Ethereum. So you don't need to know anything about blockchain development when using Biela. You don't need a wallet, you don't need funds to pay for the gas fees, and the gas fee is the transaction fee which you pay on every transaction. Because if you are not aware of this previously, when you're sending a blockchain transaction, you have to pay a fee for its processing. So for any transaction, you would need a wallet and to have some money to pay for the fee, but not on Biela, because Biela generates your wallet, sends some money to it, some fake funds, I told you, with no real monetary value, and then handles everything for you, so we don't even need to sign the transaction. Another thing I want to point out right here is that if you want to use this wallet so you can add it to your MetaMask to test it out further, you can press on export Sepolia private key and just follow the steps. You can copy your private key and import it into your MetaMask. So when testing, you can use the admin wallet. Okay, so short recap on deployment. You press on deploy smart contracts, you select your network. For Sepolia, Biela handles everything wallet related, and now we're ready to deploy. So just press on deploy contracts, and that's it. It took us 2 clicks.
Just that?
Deploy, select Sepolia, and deploy contracts. And yes, Robert, just that. Now, again, under the scenes, Biela takes all your contracts, compiles them, sends them to a real blockchain node, so not a local one, not a private one, but a real public node, and that one processes the request and sends it over to the blockchain.
And
As you guys,
automatically uploading it. So nice.
exactly. One thing that's again important, you'll see that for every deployment of your contracts, your website will also be deployed and updated, because we never want your project to show and to use the old contracts. So for every deployment, your website is automatically updated with the latest data, and then it's also being published. So now we will wait just a few more seconds, and we will have everything fully live and usable.
And that took us under 20 minutes from zero, literally zero, with nothing and no experience. I mean, Danny has the experience, but imagine walking through this on your own, using the same steps that Danny just provided, and being able to create your own coin, right?
Yeah.
Few clicks
yes, literally, Ricardo. Like you said, just a few clicks and happiness, right?
Exactly.
a few clicks away from the Atom coin. So yes, absolutely.
So
We are
let's check
close,
it out.
close to Adam.
Yeah, I'll just have to switch my share screen. I hope it worked out properly.
Yes.
And now we can see the actual hot potato token. I would share the URL with you guys, but I don't want to have any doubt that we are not endorsing this token. Don't play around with it. And also, it's just on a testnet right now. So, as I told you, there is no real monetary value here. It's just for testing. And one
Nobody
good,
will be rich after this. No.
Not yet. Not yet.
unfortunately, not from this hot potato, maybe from another one. The big difference that I want to show you guys right now is that on the deployed real website that uses the actual smart contracts and the real blockchain, we do not have a wallet connected automatically, but you have to connect your own wallet because this environment is completely separated from BLA. So BLA cannot access this. From here on, it's you on your own, let's say. So you just press on connect wallet, and my MetaMask pop-up showed up, but I don't think you can see that. I will just press connect, and you'll have to trust me on that. And as you guys can see, I connected my own wallet. And from here on, you can continue working on your project. Now, if I want to send the transactions to somebody, my MetaMask pop-up will show again, and I will have to sign my transaction. So, guys, this is it. This is how you become blockchain developers using Biela.dev in less than 15-20 minutes. You describe your idea, Biela generates it, generates everything, your contracts, your interface, everything. You test out your project, check out the chain explorer, and then deploy. So I don't think it could have been easier and more straightforward than this. This is the most advanced yet simple and abstract way of developing blockchain projects right now.
It is literally atom proof. I mean, if Danny can explain it and I understand it, it is literally that simple, right? Because like I said, for many years, I've been interested in the blockchain and learning about the blockchain. And it was always something very, cryptic and mesmerizing to me, very mysterious. But with the way that this is set up and with the way it was described, with, these simple steps, follow this, do this, it basically walks you right through it, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
So
it's, go ahead.
yeah, so just you don't need any more experience. Of course, it's welcome of all the time. Extra experience and knowledge about a domain will help you out. But now you can take your grandmother, if she knows a little bit about blockchain or at least what a token might be, and she can ask Biela to generate a wallet and a token for her, and I'm sure she will manage to press on deploy and deploy contracts. And I think, guys, I'm speechless. Like I was, of course, the main blockchain developer, and I worked on this feature for quite a lot now. But I'm also impressed about how far we could have pushed it because we didn't imagine this workflow from the beginning. We just kept iterating on it and trying to push it further and further. And this is finally a form of it that we are very proud of, that we wanted to publish and let everybody enjoy. We had a group
Very
of our
proud.
testers,
Sure.
our affiliates had previous early access to it, and now it's finally public and available for everybody.
That's amazing.
It is.
Then
It's a phenomenal tool. It's a phenomenal tool. Like I said, just another tool in our arsenal of products that BL is able to offer to you. And this is something that is live this week. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. From this moment right now, not from this week, from this moment right now, it's
From this
completely available
you
and
can
public.
right now create your own token. So, for example,
Yeah, so if you guys have a Biela account, and if you don't, make sure to register and create one. Come on, what are you doing? And if you do have, just you can go to Biela, ask for a crypto token, and that's it. I missed a comment here from Kyle that I wanted to point out, and Would you show the amount of how much the devs hold, like 20%, so there is no pump and dump? I know it's just a demo, haha. Yeah, Kyle, it's just a demo, but of course you can do it. You can just ask Biela, let's have, I don't know, a table or something, an alert if the devs hold too much or if the devs sell or buy. You can do anything you want. So imagine how you are used to using Biela and creating your websites, changing each feature and adding a bit of functionality. This is how you can create your blockchain projects right now. Your imagination is the limit. You imagine it and we code it. You know, this is our saying for Biela, and I cannot tell you anything more than that.
Danny, there was a page what you was mentioning in the beginning about a page who raised 1 billion.
Yeah, sure. Let's get right to it. Just let me show one more comment from Kyle. This was so interesting. Thank you. Our pleasure, Kyle.
Thank you so much, Kyle.
Yeah, thank you for being here and supporting us. And we are so happy to, of course, see you all again and again. And we are so happy to see that people are using our products, because this is what we are creating them for you. That's our main goal.
This dev page that we do every week with the guys here, you know, I'm not a developer guy at all, but I sit in on these things and I work with these guys and I see some of the things that they're able to produce. When you have ideas, when you have questions, this is the perfect tool here to be here on those Thursday night calls and Thursday afternoon calls for some of you, to be able to ask those questions about some of the things. We talked about the Telegram group, we talked about the Discord group, and we talked about access. But this page here, this event that we do every week on Thursday, is also a great way to see something develop from zero to MVP product, right? To something that you have in front of you live, that you can see it working. And every time that I get involved in these Thursday calls with these guys, I walk away more and more impressed, because literally I see how simple it is to go from nothing to something that you can use right away. Literally, when you're done, you can deploy it and it's ready to go. So these Thursday calls are something that you have to see, because every week it's something new. Every week it's something very interesting, right? It's never the same thing twice, which is something that's really amazing, because maybe I was thinking about something and I wasn't sure how it was going to work. And I watch a Thursday call and the guys go through some of these things that they talk about, and boom, there it is, ready to go. So for me, it's something that I will be watching more and more, and I will be taking a more active role in, because I enjoy them, to be honest with you, right? I get to talk to these guys and find out what they know. So for me, it's super.
Thanks, Adam. You are very nice to us, and of course,
Yes.
it's a pleasure to be here with you every time. But guys, now I think we can show the page that I was talking about earlier that Robert mentioned. So, short recap, Pump.fun, a platform that generated over 1 billion US dollars just by letting people create and trade meme coins. So, let me introduce you to Pump Forge. This is a replica of the Pump.fun. It's just a copy which has the same main functionality as Pump.fun. So I created this with Biela in around 5 prompts, costing me less than $10 worth of credits. So let's go over it. Launch a token in 10 seconds, trade it the same minute. We can launch a token or browse the market. Let's browse the market first. We can see a few tokens right here. So my awesome token was the first token I ever deployed on this app. And look at this. Come on. So we have a token, we have the contract address, we have everything here. We have the market cap, 5 Ethereum, that it raised 1.4 Ethereum, and the status is in the bonding curve. This is a bit more technical, let's say, but we are just replicating pub.fun, where for each token, we create a liquidity pool. A liquidity pool is a smart contract, which has some Ethereum and some token inside it. And this is how we create a trading pair. Because we have the token and the Ethereum as liquidity, people can buy our token using Ethereum, they deposit Ethereum and withdraw our token. This is how they buy it. Or they can sell our token by depositing the token and withdrawing Ethereum. So now you also know how liquidity pools work. You are almost a blockchain professional. Once we create a new token using the platform, we also generate this liquidity pool. The platform does everything for you, of course, where people can start trading. And we also have the price history. So look at this. We can see the price of these tokens from 0.009 Ethereum all the way to 15, 25. We had a small dip to 0.19, and now it's 0.54. So you can see also the top holders. You can see all the trade history. You can see that I did all the transactions, but that doesn't matter. So guys, look at this. I managed to create a platform that creates and lets people trade meme coins just using BLA, just by using natural language. So let's also launch a new token just for the sake of it. So we have the Thursday live token, TTLT. Again, guys, this is not an endorsed token. This is not a BLA backed token. This is not nothing. It's just testing and playing around with this. So we need
Demonstrational purposes only.
Exactly. To the moon and back. So actually I need to connect my wallet first. I missed that. Okay, so I already connected because I signed my MetaMask. And now we can press on deploy token. Again, you guys will not be able to see it. I'm sorry for that. But my MetaMask pop-up is showing and I press on confirm to sign the transaction. And now we are just waiting. Again, the transaction is sent to a node from the blockchain node, what we were talking about in the beginning of the live stream. It's being propagated further, and now we should see our newly created token once the page loads. And if the page loads, so let's see how it goes up. We might have some delays from the indexing, and that the fact that I'm sharing my screen and having my webcam on is quite challenging. I think you guys might have seen me get stuck over the course of our live stream, so we might have some technical issues. But if not, you've already seen the... Okay, yeah, it seems like my internet is not really cooperating.
Maybe the internet, yes, or something.
Yeah, you guys. At least I'm happy that you guys saw the token. You can
There
see
it is.
Ah, it's there.
There it is.
Okay, it took a bit longer, but it's right here. So again, this is a platform created using only BLA in around 5 prompts. No line of code was written by me, and it replicates the functionality of one of the biggest platforms in the blockchain industry.
I remember $1 billion a year. Yes, $1 billion US.
$1 billion
It
US dollars.
stuck with me.
Yeah, it didn't happen in only 1 year. It was over the course of like 3 or 4 years, but it's still $1 billion.
But they
It
was the
stuck
first
with me.
one.
That's what stuck with me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's enough. That's the most important detail.
They was the first who did that, so maybe this is why. If you try to replicate it, maybe you can have success, but maybe not.
Yes, but now you can bring your own ideas and you can be the first one to do that using Biela, because if the technical barrier is not a barrier anymore, you can just use Biela and prompt. You can create your project, you can market it, and you can validate it, and there is no limit, guys.
This is why I will create 5 of them, Robert. If it doesn't make $1 billion, 5 of them might make $1 billion. So yes,
Maybe
it's
one of
something
them.
that...
But not just
Yes.
that. What more examples can we do? Can we do games or something like this? Not just the potato, something. Give
Yeah,
us
of course.
1-2 ideas if you have that in mind.
Yeah, sure. Great question, actually. Imagine that for every project you have already created or you have in mind, you can add crypto functionality. And where would that help you? Imagine that for your own shop, you can now create your own Adam token or your own token to pay it inside your platform, to use it as payment, my bad. Imagine that you create your own token, people buy it, and then you can exchange services based on your token. Or guys, make sure to read about DAOs, DAO, which is a decentralized autonomous organization. So imagine that me, Adam, and Robert want to start, let's say, maybe a company or an organization. We can do everything on chain. We can split the tokens, let's say the equity of the organization between us, and based on the tokens, we can create proposals and we can vote for them. So this is a proper decentralized and trustless. So you are sure that nobody can interfere with your
Mhm.
decision in your organization. This is one very useful use case of crypto. More than that, I told you, imagine any platform that you're working with in the blockchain industry. You can have staking platforms, you can have time locks, which is not very useful, but it's a very common example. You can have centralized and decentralized exchanges. And we also have, I want to shout out one of our private testers, one of the guys that had the opportunity to be a tester for this feature. Ovi managed to create a complete platform, a booking platform, which offers cashback in crypto. So, Ovi, if you're watching this, hello to you and kudos to you because that project is amazing. Hopefully, maybe we can even share it with the community soon. And I think he also sent it on our Telegram group chat. So there is an entire working booking platform similar to booking.com or other booking platforms, which offers you cash back in crypto. So that's crazy. You can do
Phenomenal.
anything
Phenomenal.
you can imagine. And also, we have another one of our testers right here, Ricardo, which said Monopoly crypto game, which is exactly what he managed to implement in our testing phase. Yeah, exactly. Imagine you can do any type of games, even gambling, using cryptocurrencies or your own blockchain architecture, and you can just share it and use it with anybody in the world with no issues with payments, with no banks involved, with no nothing.
Oh, that's
Amazing.
impressive.
Yeah, really.
For
I mean,
example, last week in the last live, we was creating a platform where the parents and the family can give tasks to the child because it's coming the summer, right? So this is a nice way to buy. For example, when they complete the task, instead of giving them virtual coins, you can create like a little token and then purchase, for example, a pizza night or something like this. So this is nice how to connect it to that project, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
phenomenal.
use case. So you can implement. Uh, it will be much easier for everybody here, you guys, if you, of course, get some more information and you get documented about the blockchain area as a whole, because this is BLI implementing blockchain development, so it's not a complete blockchain masterclass. But if you spend a little bit of time researching and understanding the general benefits of using the blockchain technology, it will be very clear to where and how you can implement it in all of your projects. From something that Robert said, using it in as your in-app currency, to using, I don't know, as I told you, decentralized organizations and so many more use cases.
Look, recently Dubai has begun accepting property payments in this kind of payment, right? So it's going to be everywhere. I mean, we're just beginning to understand it, right?
Yeah, there
So
is
anybody who gets involved in this and begins to learn it, wow, really.
exactly. There is even a crypto platform, a blockchain platform in Dubai that lets you buy. How? What was the word? Let me think about it. You can just buy fractions of properties. So you don't buy the entire apartment, you buy a percentage of an apartment, and the rental income from it gets split to all of the owners. So all of this happens on a blockchain platform because people pay with crypto, they take their ownership and equity in crypto, in other crypto tokens. So imagine that you can do that right now for your city, for your country. You can create a platform where people buy properties or fractionized properties using cryptocurrencies. The limit is just the sky. You can do whatever you want, but make sure to try it out. Register your BLA.dev account if you didn't already do it,
Exactly.
and just describe your idea to BLA.
Super. Fantastic show tonight. Amazing stuff. Really, really cool. It's launched tonight. It's live tonight. Anybody that knows what they want to do with this, now is your opportunity. Be the first ones to go out there. If you've never done it, go to biella.dev, register an account, start playing with it. This is the way to go. I mean, summer's coming. Your kids are off. It's what am I going to do with them? you know the perfect thing is have your kids look at this. They will know more about this than many of us do, believe me. And they'll be able to click on this right away. So it is an opportunity. Biella.dev, guys, any information you need to help with Biella.dev, you can find on teachmecode.ae. Between these two resources, imagine what you can do. What is the saying we use? What's our little saying, guys?
If you can imagine it, you can code it, of course.
Absolutely, right? And that's the bottom line. So guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure being with you on these Thursday calls. Danny, Robert, appreciate you so much. Robert, the work you do with the guys in the group. Danny, for these demonstrations, is always something new. I learn something every week. Between these two guys, I've become much better at this, and I appreciate the work they do, and I appreciate everything that you guys do coming out and joining us every week. So thank you all, and we'll see you next Thursday.
And thank you,
Thank
Danny.
you, Adam, for the kind words, and thank you everybody for attending. Have a great night.
We'll see you next week.